All right, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the SH Figuarts Luke Skywalker. So here he is, packaging, and yeah, yeah. So as you know, people have been watching my channel last few months. You know, I have been kind of experimenting with some of the Star Wars stuff, and one of the things I did was I picked up the Black Series Luke Skywalker, because a friend of mine was like, "Oh, you gotta get him, he's really good," and I hated it. And I still wanted to get that really good Luke Skywalker figure for my shelf. You know, bringing my Star Wars collection up to 2 now, because I tossed out the Darth Vader and the Luke Skywalker I had from Black Series because they were so bad. So yeah, here he is. Yeah, he's pretty good. So let's talk about Poseability first, and then we'll go into accessories. So let's take the lightsaber out, and we'll set that off to the side. So his head has got a hinge swivel. Oh, did I just break it? I think I just broke it. No, I didn't break it. Thought I just broke it. Alright, so he's got kind of like, no, it's not a swivel, or it's not a swivel there. There is a swivel here. And then it pegs into the bottom of his neck here, which gives him, you know, the left and the right. Plug it back in so you can see. So your left and the right, a little up, a little down, and then it goes into a ball joint into the neck. The collar is part of the neck, so all of that moves all the way around. Pretty good range of motion there. Pretty much no real hiccups there. His shoulder's got the butterfly joints in and out. So it goes into there, back to there, and then they have the hinge swivels up to there, down to there, all the way around. And then the elbow has a single hinge, it looks like, right here. So just a hinge up to there and back. Wrists are on swivels and hinges. And then the hands, of course, you know, just kind of pop off. So you can kind of pose those how you want to. We'll go into what he comes with hand-wise in a moment. He's got the ball-jointed torso, so you get it all the way around. No issues there. And then a ball-jointed waist. You get a little bit of left and right movement there. But you get a lot of side-to-side, back and forward. So, I mean, all around you can get a decent rotation out of that. So that works pretty well. Hips up to there, back to there, out to the side. I do have to say I don't like the way this is sculpted. It just kind of makes it look like he's very restricted. It feels like he's restricted, and it looks like he's restricted. Like he put on way too tight pants before he came out. And it's just the way it kind of lines up. I don't think that looks ideal to me. And then the knees. Now this is probably the thing I would say are just ugly, is the way these knees look. I mean, that is atrocious. It's pretty bad. So, you know, it does allow him to have some pretty good range of motion there in the knee. And it looks decent bent. But when you fold it straight forward, you get the weird bump in the back and this weird angle on the leg. So you end up having to go like that, but it just looks strange. Hips have got heels have got the rockers in them, and then a little bit of a tilt up, tilt back, toe tilt up, and a little bit down. So, all in all, pretty good range of motion. Just in some places, not the prettiest looking. Alright, now accessories. He does come with the lightsaber. Alright, so he does come with the lightsaber. And as you saw earlier, you can just untab that. And you can plug in this piece here. So it's like the lightsaber off. There's a port here that'll plug into his belt here. So you can just kind of hang it off the side there, just like that. Looks good. No issues there whatsoever. He does come with the Luke, or the Darth Vader alternate head. Apparently the Darth Vader that came before this figure didn't come with it. So very well sculpted, I think. I like how it's got like a gloss finish on the eyes and around the eyes, like you know, like it's a little moist in there. And then same with like the scar and stuff like that. So that's good. He does come with the fist hands, one gloved, one ungloved. He does come with two lightsaber hands, so like the one that he has on. So you can plug these in, and the lightsaber hands are off center for the ports. So rather than like the fist hand, which is straight in, this one's more up. So you can just plug that in like that. And what you do here is you get your lightsaber, untab this, and then you can plug this around his hand here, and then you can take this hand and plug it in there, so he's double wielding the lightsaber, which comes off pretty cool, like kind of a natural stance to me. So yeah, pretty good. And then he does have the relaxed hands, both gloved and ungloved. Now the way this hand is, I don't think you'll be able to do much like lightsaber holding with just that hand. Well, I guess I don't know how much I like the way that looks, but you can do it if you wanted to. Oh, there's like also a hinge in on this elbow. It's I don't know what that is. I'm not very good at. You could get. I'm saying I'm not very good at explaining that kind of stuff. And the last thing, which is kind of cool, is the head. So let's take the head off. So you get two heads. You get. They both have like that gold brushing in the hair. This one's a lot more extreme than this one. So you can see like the difference. Like this one just seems darker. But what you can do here is you can pull the back of the head off like that, and then pull the face down, and do the same thing over here. Pull the face down, and now these faces are interchangeable. So you got the stoic face and the slightly grimacing face, both of which I think are really good sculpts. So much better than that Black Series one. And then you can take like, so I had this face in the standard hair before. So you just take this and you plug this in. And you plug those together. It does seem like this one's set off center a little bit. I keep popping that off. Like this should be more straight. There we go. I think I just straightened it. probably straighten it a little too far. Yeah, so it does swivel in there. And then you just plug this back in. And now you got the stoic face with the comb over look. And then you can take the slightly grimacing face, plug that into the hair. And let's straighten this out again. And you can plug this in here. And so you can have that kind of look. So, and then so, yeah, depending on how you want it to look, you know, if you're wanting that more fighting stance kind of deal, or if you want a different type of look, let's go. I wish you came with like a pair of handcuffs too. But we can take these off. And now he looks like he's, you know, or we're going to go for that. Patiently waiting to be brought in front of Palpatine. Kind of look. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of little options you can do with that. For size comparison, like I said, I did throw out all the Black Series stuff because I didn't like it. Here he is with Kylo Ren. And there are some things I gotta say I think are proportionately different here. Like, he's got bigger hands, although he's not all that much taller than the Mark Hamill or the Luke Skywalker. So it's like they're in the same scale, but his hands are bigger. So I don't know what's going on there. This guy pulls off a lot of different things better than this guy does. Like his knees, like he's got a similar kind of setup, but it's sculpted so it's closed here. And then it looks better when it folds up. The shoulders move a little bit easier and smoother. All around, just this is a better figure, even though I like this one more, if that makes sense. But that's because it's more of an iconic character than Kylo. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kylo's pretty cool, but you know, he ain't no Luke Skywalker. But yeah, his hands just seem like they're smaller than Kylo's. So let's see here. What you think? Anyway, so ultimately, for a score for this guy, you know, if you get him for a good price, I think I've paid $80 for mine on the aftermarket. I would say, you know, if you paid around that price range, I'd say he's probably worth it. I'd probably give him an 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. You know, it is a very expensive figure, and for the things that it does right, it does it really well, but for the things it doesn't do quite so right, like those legs and the way the elbows, like if you just look at the elbow here, it just kind of looks a little wonky. So I'd say 7 out of 10. For, like I said, the stuff it does right, it does really right. For stuff it doesn't quite do right, it really doesn't quite do it right. There's nothing about this figure that I would call glaring. You know, even the hair, you know, like how it's got like that just little bit of brush of the gold in there just helps reflect it off the light. It looks pretty cool. So it's like in pictures it doesn't look so cool, but in person it's coming off pretty awesome. And I don't know how well it's coming off in camera, because in the little camera here it looks pretty bright and almost bleached out, but in person it's not. But yeah, I think it looks pretty damn good. So I do recommend him. However, I will put this caveat out there. I would kind of recommend waiting to see if we get a Mandalorian version. So, spoiler alert for Mandalorian. A little too late now. Because he's in that final episode. And he has the cloak and stuff. And it's pretty much this same Luke, just with the cloak. So I would kind of wait to see if that comes out, and see how well that one does. For me, I'm pretty happy, but if they do make one, I'll probably buy it. I don't think I want to get the Return of the Jedi Luke, and I don't think I want to get not Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back. I don't think I want to get him, and I don't think I want to get the New Hope Farm Boy Luke. I don't think. I might get Farm Boy Luke. I don't know. I'm not going all in on this collection either, so I'm not going to be like, oh man, I need Stormtrooper number 72 with the red stripe on his left eye. But I do kind of want to get the main players of the original trilogy. I think that would be a cool display. And if I don't, I do have the Vader coming soon. The Return of the Jedi Vader. So at the very least, I'll have a Luke versus Vader display with him rooting in the background. I don't know what I'm gonna. I just, like I said, when I bought him, I was more like just because I haven't really messed with too many SH Figuarts stuff, and I wanted to see how it felt, and it's just. It's just the materials are so much better than Black Series. I know Black Series did the legs better. There's no question there. But, I mean, I don't have, sections of the collar unpainted. The lightsaber doesn't droop to a side. I don't have, just bad QC issues. This thing is pretty good, just right off the bat. He's pretty awesome. So I can't wait to get the Vader in and then just kind of see where I go with this collection. I mean, I would love to get the original, crew, Luke, Han, Chewie, Leia, R2, C-3PO, and maybe Lando and Obi-Wan. I think that would also make a pretty good shelf. The big question is the Lando. I don't know if I'd do that, but if I start going down that road, I might have to do, movies. Here's everybody from the first movie. Here's everybody from the second movie. I might go down that road. I am a pretty big Star Wars fan, and it's taken me a while to find the right figures for what I want in a collection, and just Black Series just isn't good enough for me. If I decide to troop build the Stormtroopers, then yes, that's gonna be good enough for me. But as it is, I just kind of want to cherry pick the collection, just like I'm doing with my Transformers, just cherry picking certain characters that I want on the shelf. And Luke was, of course, one of those characters. He was just one of those characters because he was cheap. I wanted to see how he looked. I know that sounds horrible, but I mean, I just the original trilogy. I could be tempted into buying versions of the characters, or at least the heroes, from each movie. If I do a collection of the sequel trilogy, it's going to be one set. I mean, I can't. I really wouldn't want to buy Rey from all three movies or Kylo from all three movies. I mean, they wear the same outfit. It's just like buying different Vaders from different movies. It's like, yes, he did have a slightly different look in between movies, but I don't think that's good enough for me to have to buy all of them again. But it would be kind of cool. But Anyway, that is all I've got. So yeah, I do recommend him. I would, like I said, kind of, like watch him on eBay and keep an eye on the price. If it starts to get too high, you might want to pick him up. But I would kind of wait to see if we get a Mandalorian Luke, because that would be pretty cool. Especially like I said, with like him. He's just a better made figure, and he's not a bad made figure. He's miles ahead of Black Series. He's just not quite, he's a couple feet away from the Kylo figure here, who's all around just awesome. Just an awesome figure. I need to pull out all his accessories and mess with him some more. I want to get his cape out and put it on him and just see how that looks, because that would be kind of cool too. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done talking. It's a great figure.